nowadays when you see somebody run away, I'm like, damn, that's like the local hundreds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit. I feel.
That was like, did we start? Is this the start?
No.
All right,
Let's save it.
let's clap at the same time.
That's what I think
1,
too.
2, 3.
Ooh.
Awesome. All right. You want to start it or should I start it?
Man, welcome back
You already
to
know
the
what
Bullshit
time
Pioneers podcast.
There we go.
My name is Hector.
My name is Luis, and today we have...
Nance.
Yo, this
boy.
man is a freaking legend, yo.
Damn, bro. What?
His music,
He's already
man.
like...
Yo, can I be on next week's episode too? Because damn, I feel good already.
Hey, we could if you wanted to. But, yeah, guys, today we have Nance. Who is Nance? Nance. Who is Nance?
Me?
Me.
The Pioneers.
That's always like a difficult question. Obviously, it's just like me, my life. I'm a rapper. I dabble in producing a little bit. Just like a driven dude, you know. I rap about like my life, dreams, like pursuing my dreams and whatnot. So, just like friendly. I haven't defined who is Nance in so long, so this is tough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
of course.
But yeah, me. Sounds cliche always saying that though. Like, yo, it's me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No,
Yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine. And oh yeah, you kind of already said you're a rapper.
Yeah.
Would you consider yourself a singer or nah?
Nah.
Nah.
I do. I have some songs with a little bit of like melodic stuff to them,
Yeah.
but not
Other
like.
than that.
Yeah, it's not like I'm not over here like Miguel or anything.
Hey,
Like
man.
I can carry a little tune. You know?
Fun fact. You can give your fun fact as well. My favorite Nance song is "Be Alright."
Oh, thanks, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
that's something I
I'll
feel
go
like
with
I
I'm
scoped
actually-
out.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm a little bit more of like old head, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
I like one of the ones off of your older album. Everything
Everything I am.
Everything I Am.
That's
the
like
one with like the
Kanye.
starry background or whatever.
Yeah. That's well, I made it Everything I Need. It was a Kanye song. Everything I Am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Day One.
Okay,
I
yeah.
love that song, man. You did good with that one.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, that's like one of those things I haven't listened to in a while, man, but like, that was like 2015, 16 or something. Yeah, it's pretty old, so it's like going back.
Flies.
Yeah, going back and like listening to like old stuff is always like kind of difficult. Like, I've grown so much since then, in my opinion, you know, so.
Like hard to listen in the sense that like you don't want to think in that way anymore, or like.
It's just like, as an artist, you already critique yourself like so hard. You know what I'm saying? Like you have your own brand and everything, so you probably look at stuff you put out like a couple months ago and you're like, man, I could have done that better.
Yeah.
So imagine doing that for like years ago for a song, and then with rap, it's like every week so much more happens. Like I'm writing new raps every week. Like I look at a freestyle I did a couple months ago, I'm like, that was trash. But I mean, it's like that's me being hard on myself. You know, people may think it's good, people think it's all right, but to me, it's like looking back to a song like all the way 2015 or 16. It's like, yo, I feel like I'm way further than that now.
I mean, that's good. You're always looking to improve.
Yeah.
And since we're talking about like your kind of like your start or your earlier stages, let's talk about your roots. So,
Yeah,
where
for
did
sure.
you grow up? How did this music thing start? Like, what encouraged you?
I got you.
What's up with that?
So I grew up in Raleigh, North Carolina. Well, I was born in Raleigh, North Carolina. I grew up in Wake Forest, which is like 5 minutes from Raleigh, so it's like right down the street. Suburbs, like I guess you could say like lower middle class. My dad owned his own business. My mom, she was gonna go to UNC, but her dad didn't want to pay for it, so she like ended up like working hard, becoming a real estate agent and stuff. So it was just like, I always think about this too. Like I know this is like, I'm kind of scatterbrained right now, but like when I look back at pictures of me like when I was a kid, and I was like into NBA, and like I had like some Jordans on one picture. They're like dope. Like I think they're like Jordan 13s or something. I'm just like, I asked my mom not too long ago. I was like, Mom, like, how did you know to buy me this stuff? Because this is stuff I would buy today. You know what I'm saying? I had like, there was one picture of me. It was like the first big trip we ever went on. We went to New York City when I was in like 3rd grade, and I had like the green bomber jacket, like the one Kanye wore in the Zane Lowe interview. Zane Lowe. It was it was when he was spazzing about the fashion stuff, but it was like the green bomber jacket that like a lot of people were wearing. And I was like, Mom, how'd you know to like buy me this? Because this is cool today. Like, that looks like me today. Like, I would wear that today. And she was like, you and your brother just always ask for that stuff. Like, that was the stuff we were into. So it's like, and that all goes with the music as well. Like, my brother introduced me to so much music and stuff when I was a kid. And I was just like, hey, Mom, this is what I want to listen to. Can I get this album sometime? Or like, you know, so I kind of just like, I had an older brother, and it was just like, I was just doing what he did, like music and everything. He put me on to rap, so, and it was just like, let's see, what albums I have? My first rap album, this is pretty embarrassing, but it was Will Smith, Big Willie style. I got it for Easter in like '97 or something. I can't remember. And then like, after that, my dad had like a Now CD, and it had Biggie, Mo Money, Mo Problems on it. And I was just like, every time we get in the car, I'm like, yo, play that one. Play it on repeat. I like that one. And then middle school came around. I was like, I started getting more into rap. Like my brother was introducing me to stuff. I started writing, just like messing around with it. And then high school was really like, all right, let me freestyle at parties. Like I started selling mixtapes. And I just kept going, doing it. So.
And did you continue did you continue pursuing your rap dreams when you went to college, or no? Did you kind of like take a pause, or did you ever take a pause in your career?
So when I went to Wake Tech, and I was still rapping there, it was one of those things where it's like you go to like, I guess, please your family. Like my mom, like, she wanted me to go to school. I was like, all right, cool.
We know all about that.
Yeah, and like I wanted to as well, like to an extent, because at the time I had ideas of like, I kind of wanted to get into like maybe fashion or something, like, or I wanted to like start my own like marketing business. Like I was just thinking about all these things. Yeah. And at the same time, I was still rapping, like dropping mixtapes. And I knew in the back of my mind, it's like, at the end of the day, if I wanted to really do something, like I want to do music, you know? But there was nobody out there telling me like, yo, there's mad lanes within music. Like you can be like a music manager or like, all these things. Like there's so many different like lanes. So I was just going to school and I'm rapping at the same time. And then I got signed to an independent label, and I was at William Peace University, and I ended up like.
Is that in Raleigh as well?
Yeah, it's in Raleigh.
Gotcha.
So I started like doing shows. Like we did some shows with like Machine Gun Kelly in Florida.
Holy shit, that's like one of my top.
That's gonna be a nice.
Yeah.
Whoa,
that's
crazy.
Great. Yeah, we did like a small tour with him, and with the little label that I was on. Like there was another artist on there, and we had a song together, and I was just going out and performing that one song with him, like for 2 nights with Machine Gun Kelly. Like it was like 3,000 people each show.
Do you know what song it was?
It was my song.
Oh, it was your song. Okay.
I forgot what the song was called. I think the song was called like Rollin' or something. I can't remember.
Yeah. So you know? Do you still keep in contact with Machine?
See, I didn't like. It was one of the. No, it was one of those things where you show up, you see him, it's like, hey, what's up? All right, peace. Like he doesn't know me.
Okay.
I was like the side guy in the corner. Like I just getting on there for my one verse, trying to get my shine.
It's literally so mind blowing because it's like. So many people listen to him now, and it's like he's one of my favorites.
He was like big then.
Yeah. He was back then. Yeah.
Like he was headlining that. It was his tour. He was just doing like Florida. He did this tour. So we just went down there, and like I got that same summer. I got the opportunity to open for Action Bronson. We opened for. I'm trying to think of other artists we opened for. Dizzy Wright. Chris Webby, that was another one. So I was getting these opportunities, like open for these artists, and it was like I kind of convinced my mom. I was like, hey, let me start doing this a little more serious. And I just kept going.
I would have thought you were already full throttle if you were.
It looked like I was on this label, but I wasn't like their main priority, I guess you could say. So I was just kind of going out there, performing a song with the other artists. But like when I opened for Action Bronson, that was me. Like I had my own set, like You know what I'm saying? So,
That's really dope, man. I really like the fact that like you weren't even discouraged from that from like your family and stuff. Like it was more so like you being pushed towards it, you know?
yeah, it's one of those things where it's I knew I wanted to like do it, but like at the time, it was like social media was there, but it wasn't like how it is now. So there wasn't like many examples of people like popping off of like Instagram or like Twitter.
Yeah.
There was more people like popping out from YouTube, like Mac Miller dropping all that videos and stuff.
Oh,
So
yeah.
so I it was hard to like tell my mom like, hey, I want to do this and it's realistic. Like you can really make this happen. So she wasn't like holding me back or anything. It's just like
She was worried about it.
yeah, but I don't want to say like she was holding me back at all because obviously she's my mom. She just wants the best for me.
Yeah.
It was one of those things that made me work 10 times harder to like prove to her like, hey,
You cared about her.
Yeah, and I think we
what
all
she
do.
thought,
Like, I just started rapping even harder, like getting more shows. And I remember, so then I headlined at the Lincoln Theater in like 2014.
Where's that at again? Sorry.
It's in downtown Raleigh.
Downtown Raleigh.
And like for a while, like the local rap scene, there wasn't really any like shows like that. I mean, there were, but like we did one at the Lincoln Theater, and that was my first live show in Raleigh. So we like hustled. I sold mad tickets. I got everybody there, and my mom was there. And I remember after the show, she told me like, I get it now. Like I understand, cause like at the time, like I've always been more of like a shy kid, like just kind of chilling, creative, you know. But she saw my performance and was like, oh, I get it, I understand. Like you were like a totally different. That was like
That was
you. Yeah, you up there doing your
You
thing.
love it, you know. That's the
So that was like the turning point of like, watch, I'm gonna do this, you know.
Yeah.
So.
That's that's awesome. That's
Thanks,
mad
man.
respect.
Appreciate it.
I really like how you said that, like, you said always, like, you were used to be a shy person. And it made me think of a post that you made recently on Instagram. I'll probably put it, like, right here or something. Right there. The one when it was, I think it was a recent show that you had. It was, like, a red background and your name was in the back.
Oh, yeah.
And then you said that you didn't like how that social media were always posting up all the good stuff.
Yeah.
And the highlight
yeah.
reels
I
and
saw
stuff.
that. Yeah, I
And
saw that.
you posted that with the intent of people realizing that you used to be a really shy person.
Yeah.
And you didn't like performing. And
It's not like I was like super shy. It was like I just wasn't super like outgoing. Like I was the kid like when I first met you, I'd be chilling, but like by the second time, I get a little more comfortable.
Yeah.
And by like third time, you already know what time it is. We're in
Yeah,
here, dapping each other, laughing. But yeah, that's like with that post. It was from a show I did last weekend. I opened up for like Waka Flocka, and like some EDM groups like.
Up in Philly, right?
No, this was actually in Greenville.
Oh, Greenville.
So I had a show in Philly like 2 nights before, and then we had that one.
Dude, the drive.
Yeah, we were
lots of Red Bulls, huh?
Yeah, coffee,
Coffee,
bro.
coffee.
I was be rocking coffee. So, yeah, it was like one of those things where I was in the middle of performing, and I looked back, and they had my name up there. I didn't even know they were gonna do any of that. Nah, I didn't know. Like I was in the middle of like, I was making the crowd swag surf, and I just turned around, look at Posada, my DJ, and I just see my name. I was like, all right, let's keep going. Like, and so it was like I don't know. Like I always feel bad because like I wouldn't say bad. It's like you're just posting on Instagram, man. You're like, we're all doing it. We're all posting like the best moments.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're not posting yourself like crying in your room alone, like, yo, I'm depressed, like what up?
Yeah.
So I don't want to be a part of the problem of social media, which is like posting all your best moments, and I don't want somebody to see my social media and be like jealous or
feel that they have to.
oh yeah, like
why am I not there yet?
yeah. So I know what it's like to look at somebody and be like, oh man, how do you get that opportunity? Or like, you know, how are they doing that? Like I'm low key jealous. Like that's cool, but I'm jealous. I don't want to be that. I want people to look at mine and be like, oh, I can do it too. Like this is cool. Like I support you, and this is inspiration.
Yeah, inspiration to work harder.
Yeah, so that's why I put that post up there. It's like, you know, there's a lot more behind this post than just like me on stage and my name actually up there. It's like, man, this is years of me rapping and like practicing and like stepping out of my bubble, stepping out of my comfort zone and just doing my thing, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, of course.
A lot of people don't see all the hard work and the self-doubt in the
Yeah,
background, you know?
yeah, for sure. They don't see like
Self-criticism,
they don't see the gears moving behind the machine. They just see like
the machine.
that dude on the stage or like whatever, and it's like, man, you have no idea that like on the drive here, I was like, man, am I really supposed to be on this show? Like,
Yeah.
or I didn't have it like that day. I was like, let's get it.
No, yeah. We know what you mean.
But just like, you know, you have like an off week and you're just like, man, like,
You doubt yourself.
yeah.
Yeah,
you
you have
snatch
roller
it.
coasters, you
Yeah,
know.
man.
Yeah,
We
for
have
sure.
plenty of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could
And
totally.
I mean, and it's okay.
Man, we almost didn't make it to the podcast today, man.
Well, damn.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, man. I can see that you're a little bit into the fashion game, like you
A little bit.
mentioned earlier
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well. So you want to talk about a little bit about that? Because I'm always seeing you wearing something fresh on the IG, dude.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Talking about some favorite brands and stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, fashion just, like I said earlier, like I was asking my mom, like, yo, why'd you buy these shoes for me? Or like, how did I know to like, how'd you know to get those? Those are cool.
Yeah.
And she was like, you would just, like, whenever we would like end up getting you like a new basketball shoe for like rec league, once in a while it was like, I want the Jordan.
those.
Yeah, like, I want the Jordan 13, and like luckily we were able to get it at the time, and it's like, I was just copying what my brother, I guess, was doing or telling me to do, or like what I saw on TV. So I naturally gravitated towards like fashion or I guess you call it streetwear.
Yeah.
Like in middle school, it's like I really got into like Pharrell.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the Drop It Like It's Hot video with him, and he's just like, you see these ice creams, and like you're watching it on MTV, and they had it blurred out, and you're like, man, I don't see these ice creams because I can't see them. They got it blurred out, but you go on the internet and look it up. And it's like, man, and they're just hard to get. Like, I never had a pair, but it's like I want those, and he was working with like Nego and Babe, so that's how you get like that's how I got in Babe and stuff. So now it's like kind of like, I guess you could say trendy, like this is the normal clothing to wear.
Mm-hmm.
Like you go to PacSun and they put, like I said, like they push it all to the front, like all the hype beast like stuff, and it's like, man, we've been doing this. Like this is what I
Now it's
love.
just more on blast.
Yeah, and I think that's cool that it's out there, because that's like, I had a love-hate relationship with streetwear a couple years ago where I was like, this is stuff I love, and I don't want to, like, the thing about streetwear was going out and not looking like anybody.
Yeah.
Like, I got these Nike SBs, nobody has these. And it's not a stunt, it's just, you know.
You made you feel special.
Yeah, but now you go out and everybody's got, like, the
Yeah.
Yeezys or whatever, and I think it's cool, like, but at the same time, you know, it kind of makes you feel some type of way.
Mhm.
Like,
No, this was a while ago, but didn't like Nego and Pharrell made a different brand? Like it was like, I think it's called Human Made, the one with
So,
the monster on it or something.
That's Nego's brand
just
now.
his?
Nego sold Babe.
Yeah,
He was running Babe. He sold it in like, I think 2010 or something.
Mhm.
So he made Human Made. Now Babe is now owned by some brand in China or something. I don't know, but like they're just mass producing every week. They used to drop stuff like, there was like 4 seasons a year. Now it's like every week you got the shark hoodie coming out. Yeah, so everybody's got the same stuff. Like I still love Babe. Like I'm not gonna go out and like buy it as often or anything. I'd rather, you know, buy more like exclusive. Like you go to a thrift shop and find something for $3 nobody has. Like,
There
you know
you
what I'm
go.
saying? Like
Yeah.
a bull shirt. And it's
Thrifting
like,
is
oh,
in the
no,
90s.
nobody has this. I'll rock this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like he started a new brand, Human Made.
Awesome. Yeah. Now going to your recent album that you released, was it like a couple months ago?
It was April 27th.
How is that like marinating a little bit? Is it still like, you know, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, yeah, I guess. Like, how is it like?
How's it going now? Like, so my friend Ruben, he does all my artwork. He told me like, when this album drops, he's like, you're gonna get more opportunities and stuff. Like, you're gonna be able to get more shows and everything. Because I raised money for the album through Kickstarter, and we had like people behind it. So I put it out And ever since, man, I've been getting like a consistent, like, people reaching out to book me and stuff.
Yeah.
And like when we reach out to get a show, like it's easier to get on the show. So it's just one of those things where it's like, it felt great. It still feels good. Like I put out a body of work that I was happy with, and it's brought me just even more opportunities. And I think that's the goal with like any musician or anybody like in the artistic world. Like you gear up, you create something, you drop it, and you want it to send you to the next level.
Yeah.
While you work on that next thing, and then you drop that and just keep going up.
Keep going
Using
up.
each other as stepping stone. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I ask this to all the people the artists who come on the podcast. Usually they don't have an answer. I think we've had like one who actually had an answer to this. But do you have like a specific song or album that's your personal favorite
Like
that you've created?
that I've created?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's one of those things that always changes. Like at the time, like when I finished No Excuses, the album last year, I was like, yo, I can't wait to drop it. This is the album. When it came out, I still thought it was good, but I'm not like, I've lived with it. I actually lived it. Like I wrote it, made it.
Yeah, of course.
I was in the studio late night with my friends, like doing this. Like I'm kind of past it, but not in a bad way. Like I'm already starting the next one. You know, like I'm like 13 songs, or I have like 13 songs that could potentially be the next album.
Gotcha.
But I might add more, take stuff away. You know,
Yeah,
I just got a bunch of songs like in the chamber, and like right now, those are my songs. Like,
Yeah, of course.
you know,
of course.
so.
Oof. Hey, that's kind of like a sneak peek, maybe. Shoot, of what might be to come, maybe.
Yeah.
Shoot,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, if you want to talk about a little bit what's in the vault.
In the vault, I got a gang of songs. I already have a name for it. I tweeted out the name of the album already, or Instagram and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be called Everyday Dream, which I'm still kind of working on the idea. I know what it means, but I don't want to drop it just yet, and I don't want to drop all the ideas behind it just yet. But that's like what I'm working on.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I love the positivity in the music. Yeah. It's really such a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That you like instilled in your music, because it's the type of music that I like to listen to.
Oh, for real?
So,
Yeah, I appreciate it.
And it's actual music, which is what I love. You know, it's
Yeah.
actual music. You know, I can relate to it. I can listen to it everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It's just. It's
And
awesome
I feel like
music.
those two songs, the one that we both mentioned, was it "Be Alright" and then "Day Ones." I don't know how like what you get on the listens and stuff like that, but I'm assuming that people like the songs more that were like more like, I guess, hyped up, like caffeinated.
Yeah.
Them. But I feel like those two songs, those are my personal favorite ones as well, and I feel like they connect with me a lot more because they just feel like raw emotion, you know.
Yeah,
And that's what I
appreciate
love
it.
about it.
Yeah, I think as an artist, that's what I want to do. Like my favorite artist can do it all.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I have those moments where it's like, yo, I want everything to be all right. Like let me rap about like my anxieties and like my depression and stuff. Let me put that in a song. Maybe this can help other people too, like reminding them, hey, everything will be all right. Just keep going. And then sometimes I'm like, yo, let's go in. Like let's just rap. Like,
Get it.
sometimes I feel funny and it's like, yo, caffeinated. Let me make a song about coffee. So it's like, that's what I like. I want people to have like different favorite songs, and I want my album to take you through like a journey of like hype and like chill and raw emotions and fun. Like that's life.
Yeah.
Like we're not all. I mean, we're not like all like happy all the time.
Yeah.
We're not hype all the time. So that's like, you go to the club, you turn up or whatever to like the new Drake song, but then you can also go home and cry yourself to sleep to the new Drake song.
Right
you know what I'm
after.
saying?
Yeah,
like,
right.
You go
so-
turn up at
I
the
never
club,
looked at it that
same
way.
night.
yeah, it's like I just left. We just played God's Plan at the club, and I'm go home and listen to Marvin's Room or something.
On the same night.
Call my ex. Yeah, and that's life because people do that. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So like that's like my favorite artists always have done that.
Yeah.
So
And it's crazy, man, because you just never know what somebody's going through.
yeah, for sure.
I was gonna say something, I forgot. Damn it. Do you have anything?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of not related to music, but you said that you were big on the NBA scene when you were younger. You played you said you played rec. Basketball?
I mean, I played basketball like back in the day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you play all throughout high school, middle school?
Nah, man. I played rec league. Man, I might have stopped in like 4th grade, man. I just started playing for fun. Like, I started getting more into like skateboarding.
Gotcha.
So,
Did you play any other sports or no?
Nah, it was just basketball.
Just basketball.
I played soccer when I was really little.
Gotcha.
So it's like soccer. Oh, I played. This is trash. But I played roller hockey, like a jelly bean.
Oh, yo, that was so
Yeah.
fun.
What?
It's just hockey. Like,
You're just on rollerblades?
yeah, you're not on ice.
Yeah.
You're just out here with the ball. But
yeah.
I did that because we used to just do it in the neighborhood. I found that they had a league at Jelly Beans, like the rollerblading place. I played like one season. I was like, there's no professional like roller hockey.
Shit.
All right, man. I'll see y'all.
That's wild, man.
And I guess you were bigger on the skateboarding scene, I guess.
Yeah, skateboarding was just like, because it was more of like a lifestyle thing. Like,
yeah, of course.
it came along with like cool clothes. Like, man, I was rocking like skinny jeans and like in middle school, like, and I'm just skating and you throw your headphones on, listen to music, you go hang out with homies and whatnot. And, it got to a point where I was at the skate park and I was just freestyling more than I was skating.
Do you have a favorite skate park or no?
That's crazy.
So my brother used to work at the factory in Wake Forest, Delicious Skate Shop. So I used to go up there and just get my mom to drop me off, and I would just be there all day.
Ooh,
And I wasn't even skating like all day. I was skating for a little bit and then doing some things I might shouldn't have been doing and just like rapping, So just living. So
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
No, I guess we've kind of talked a little bit about the past, so let's bring it to the present. I kind of wanted to touch upon like what you thought about like the current state of like just music and hip hop and rapping and stuff like that, because like there's just beef going on all the time.
Yeah. I think beef is entertaining. I mean, at the end of the day, I want like everybody to do well, like especially people that have like really good intentions. But yeah, I mean, I think the beef is fun, bro. That Drake versus Pusha T, that was awesome.
Nobody really takes it like a diss track anymore, honestly. Now that you say that, they, like you said, they take it more as just entertainment.
Yeah, and then like you got like Meek Mill and Drake right now are becoming cool. It's like, we'll see what happens with Pusha T and Drake in a couple years. I mean, I think they all know this is like, it's just sparring. And that's like rap. Like, it's that competitive nature. Like, I've always wrote raps with the intention, especially if it's just like a fun song of like, let me go in and show people what's up and like show people what I can do. And that's even with not even just like creating the music. That's like the live performance, or like we make merch to sell. Like, I want it to be on another level, and I want people to look at it and be like, damn, let me get on that level. Or so that's just rap. It's just competitive. I think beef, that's cool. As far as like music goes, like I think music's great right now. There's so many options of what you could listen to. I do miss the days of like a Kid Cudi album would come out and then we'd all be like
just on that.
We'd all be playing it together. We would all sit down at night and be like, yo, you heard it? Like, it'd be the weekend, you get up, you're having drinks with friends, like, you're playing that new Kid Cudi in it, or like Kanye's album at the time. But now it's like, everybody takes in music on their own. In their headphones, and then they meet up later and they go, yo, you heard that? Yeah, I heard it.
Talk about it.
Yeah, like, when's the last time you sat down and really listened to a whole entire album with some homies?
Literally never. Never.
Yeah, but like, that was what we used to do. It's just like, I mean, we'll still play, like, we're on a road trip, me and the homies, like,
in the car.
Yeah, we'll play like an album like in the car, but there's so much music now. It's kind of like you pick your favorite artist, you listen to their whole catalog, but then you just listen to singles around your friends. That's it. We're just gonna bump singles.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think music's great right now. There's so many good options. There's so many talented people. Some music's like, wait, how did they blow up off that?
Yeah.
But it's not like a bad thing necessarily. It's actually more inspiration. You look at it like, oh, if he's blowing up off that, man, let me just go record something right now.
Yeah.
So
One thing that I was actually like thinking about earlier today, I don't know, I heard it somewhere, I don't remember where, but about how like artists nowadays, they're a lot more open to work with one another and stuff like that, and being just like positive and pushing one another, instead of being secluded and like not wanting to like have this person featured on their song, or not wanting to work with them and stuff like that. And how it's like, in a way, if that progresses, it's like creating no competition, so then there's like no growth and stuff like that. Like, does that make kind of sense?
yeah, it makes a little bit of sense. Like, I think
it's a good thing, but it's like, it's interesting to think about.
I think there's room for everybody. Like, you realize these are just like, a musician is a business technically.
Yeah.
Like, they can have a tour, and just because you're gonna go to Drake's show doesn't mean you're not gonna go to Kanye's show.
Yeah.
The only thing that is gonna stop you is if both the tickets are really expensive.
Yeah.
And you can't. So that's where competition comes into play.
Yeah, true.
So it's like, I want my merchandise to be better than their merchandise, just so, and not to like shit on the other artists' merchandise. I just want people to like come cop my merch, you know, and like, that's like, to me, it's friendly competition. It's like, I want everybody to do well. Obviously, I don't want people like dying on the side of the street because their like album didn't sell or something, and just ride by like, yo, you should have worked a little harder, please. Like, yeah, I don't want that, you know. Like, you obviously want everybody to do fine, but I don't think competition will fully like be gone. But
no, that's true. Because without that, you can't grow, or like have a business, I guess.
Yeah, and
that's what it is.
That's like capitalism at its finest. Is like, you are just trying to compete, and it actually makes people make better phones and like better.
The iPhones, man. There's like a new model, like
every year. I remember when
they got
what in the world?
They probably got it fully. They got like a hologram iPhone that comes out of your pocket and like just pops up in your hand. They just haven't dropped it yet.
Yeah,
they're waiting.
They have them already all set. They're just waiting.
I kind of miss back in the day when Apple would wait at least a year before they drop something else. Now it's just like, all right, 9 months has passed. Let's drop iPhone X.
Yeah, they're dropping that shit like a mixtape.
Or you felt special because you had an iPhone and your friend still had a a Samsung or something, and they had a flip phone.
Man, I was the one with I had the Verizon, one of the Androids or something when it wasn't cool anymore. Like, I had the one.
The Razors?
Nah, it wasn't the Razor.
Fat, like flip
I never had the Razor. The Razor was the one back in the day.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, yo, you gotta get the Razor.
Yeah.
Mine was just like, it slid. And I had the keys, and like, I thought it was so cool, but the iPhone already came out, so my shit was trash.
Yeah.
I didn't know it though. I'm out here sliding.
Yeah, I'm still over here like hanging on.
Yeah, but I ended up getting the iPhone, so I made the switch.
Made the switch. Dang, iPhone is that's crazy. That is crazy how far it's come.
Yeah.
Back to NANCE now. What do you think is the best memory up to now, up to today, up to this present day, the best memory you've had in the process of, creating your artistic career, or your best memory that you've had in your career at, till this day? Of course, this is going to change because your career is like, it has a lot of, runway to go. But up to now, what do you think is your best memory? Or some of your best memories?
That's tough. There's always like a few like key ones throughout a year. Like this year was like.
Let's do this year.
Yeah, so like one of mine of all time. I'll go back to all time. One of them. Damn, there's so many.
Damn.
when I opened for Action Bronson, that was like crazy. Like, my dog died that day.
Oh,
like,
God.
I went like and did the show, and then he didn't even show up. He was in the building, but he didn't get on stage. So like,
Well, your dog or?
Come on. Action Bronson.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Action Bronson didn't get on stage, so I ended up like getting like paid more than I expected for the show, which like kickstarted my career. So that's like one of those moments of like, oh shit, like I love that moment, like that.
Yeah.
Where everything just pays off.
And it was like my first time really on stage, like with my own set, like rocking out for like 20 minutes, opening for a big artist. Like, Action Bronson was like the self-promoter that year. Mm-hmm. So it was like one of those things where it was just crazy. And then like the next year is when I headlined Lincoln Theater, and that was one of those moments where I told you, like, my mom was like, I get it now. It's like it's a big chapter, like a new chapter. It's like, yo, okay, like it's just a really good memory. This year, it's like when I dropped my album, I went out to dinner like that night, like 12 at night, and we were just eating dinner, me and my homie Linus, and somebody DM'd me and they're just like, yo, it's crazy to see your album charting. And I was like, what? Yeah, I was like, nah, what are you talking about?
You messing with me.
Dude screenshots it and sends it to me, and like on iTunes, like on their hip hop album charts, mine had gone to like, it was like 30 that night. Now it was only in that top 30 for that weekend, because you know, like I had a spike when it dropped because I had got so many people like pre-order it. But that was just one of those moments where it was like, what? Like, my name is like...
like you're competing with like Drake and, you know...
Yeah, my name was up there in like the list, and I was like, wait, what? Like, I'm just like low-key down the street from like my mom's house, like just eating at 12 o'clock at night, like we ain't made it yet, but like it's just like those moments. Yeah, so that was one from this year. Then like I had a headlining show for my album, and that was just like a great night. Like so many cool people came out and just supported what I was doing, and supported me and my friends, and I always love moments like that. And then this past weekend, it's like doing that show with Waka Flocka, and it's like I was on stage while Waka was like performing, and I'm just like, man, it's a cool moment. Like,
did you dab it up with him, or?
Yeah, we got a little. So there was actually like an artist lounge where everybody was like chilling and taking like shots and stuff. So Waka was up there, two friends, Caked Up, like those are like, you know, more on like the EDM scene. They were all up there, everybody was just chilling.
Shoot.
Yeah, so
damn.
It's one of those moments where it's like, oh wow, I've spent all this time writing raps and in the studio and like thinking late night, and then you're finally like in a moment like taking a shot with Waka Flocka or something, and you're just like, this is weird. Yeah, like wait, how'd I get here? Like, you know, it's just a part of the journey, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys are gonna have moments like where you're interviewing somebody where you're like, yo, how the fuck did you get here, Kanye?
Yo, I'm having that moment
like,
right now, man.
Nah,
Yo, how did Nance get here, man?
Yeah,
how did
Honestly, to be honest with you, you know, I knew it was kind of like the law of attraction. I was like, I know we're gonna have him on the podcast. I don't know when, but I was like, we're going to have him on the podcast. Damn. So I was like, but I didn't think it was gonna be this soon, you know. When this Hector.
Ever since I saw you on 3 Oak, man. Shout outs to AJ and them.
They're awesome. They have a cool vibe. Like, I remember seeing the video from like their podcast. And, like when I was on there, I was like, "Yo, this is low key on some Breakfast Club shit."
Right?
They're cool. I love the video aspect to theirs too.
They're good with what they do.
Yeah, as far as like anybody local doing something like a podcast, if I can create the time or if I have the time, I would love to do it. You know, and that's just even if like cameras and recordings wasn't here. Like if y'all just want to meet up down the street, if I got some time, like, let's chop it up about what y'all doing, what I'm doing. Like, I think that's what a lot of people forget about like pursuing something in life. It's like take time to like meet people, and you just never know who somebody's gonna become. Like you guys could like become the biggest podcast in the world, and then people are gonna go back and stumble upon my episode.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna pop off because of y'all, and then I'm gonna act like I don't know y'all. I'm just kidding. No, but like I'm serious. Like I think a lot of people they forget that aspect of like at the end of the day, we're all people. You never know who's gonna become somebody. So I'm down. Yeah, and I'm down. Like at the end of the day, like what else was I doing today? I you know, writing some music and stuff. I might have been just like taking a nap right now. Like, why not like drink some coffee and come do this? You know?
And that's like that's a quality that is like that impressed me because you know a lot of people that we've tried to network with, or you know at least just like have a conversation with, they've like said what's up, but then saw how big we were, and then they're like, nah, let me just back away. And I'm like, nah, it's not cool, man. And I'm like, this dude, yo.
Yeah, appreciate
this
it.
dude, yo.
Nah, I think that's actually a book I read this year called "Ego Is the Enemy."
Oh,
and
what's
that's
his name?
I can't remember.
The guy with the coin, Memento Mori.
Maybe.
Oh.
Bro,
You don't remember the author name?
I can't remember.
Oh, no, but I know what book you're talking about.
I'll let you know later. Like, I got it at the house. I'll take a picture of it. But, yeah, it's like, that's ego. Like, you feel, like now I understand if you don't have time or, like, you're busy, but, like, now you can't take the time to meet up with everybody.
Nah, that's impossible.
It's so, like, it's so tough, and, like, the bigger you get, you know.
Harder.
But if I can, I want to. And I think that's something like that has set me apart, like I guess you could say in like in a North Carolina rap scene. Like I try to respond to every DM and like me and Hector, like I said, like I was like, when'd you get on the scene? Like last year, but it was like really this year. I guess this year's like I've done so much this year, it feels like forever. But it's like I wouldn't be here if I didn't like message you. And then I run to you and meet you at a show. You're a cool dude. It's like why not like try to respond to everybody? And a lot of people don't understand that if they responded to every single person in their comments, they might get more people at the shows.
That's true.
Like
it's like what he was saying, law of attraction, man. Like whatever you do, you're gonna attract that too. So if you're open to that, you're gonna get these people to like.
Like at the end of the day, the stuff that we're doing, like in a creative space, you know, podcasting space, you know, having a brand and stuff, it's really about creating relationships. You know, I think a lot of people that do this kind of stuff focus on like, who can I impress that is popping, or who can I collaborate with that is popping, when they could just look around them and support the people around them, and people will support you back, and that's how you build a following. And then guess what? All those magazines and stuff that you wanted to impress are gonna come to you because you already got the following. You know, like
it compiles.
It's like one of those things where if like I built my own local thing, and I look at all the people that support me as like friends and family. You know, like if it's a new person who supports what I do, I end up getting to know them on a personal level, and we DM and like talk, and you know, everybody will come to the show and support me. And then next thing you know, like Hopscotch sees that. I'm just saying, I'm just giving an example. One of these people will see that and be like, damn, these guys thing going on, he's popping. Like, let's get him on the festival. So why don't you just help yourself by like, just be a good person, and just talk to people. Like, everybody's trying to be too cool and not respond to people in their comments. And like, it's like, the same people that are sitting at home right now because they didn't record the podcast with y'all, the same people that might have trouble like making it in the music industry or something. Not to be like an asshole or anything, but like, or they'll, you know, maybe they'll see this or something and like switch up the game plan a little bit.
Of course.
No,
Who didn't come to the podcast? Just call them. I'm just kidding.
You know who you are. No, but all
do they know who they are? That was good.
No, I mean I don't know.
I have a good memory. I do, but
now that's also a thing as well. When somebody in life, when you're trying to get them, and they are too busy or they don't respond or something, that makes you work harder. Because then you're like, I'm gonna prove to them. Like there's been so many cases of me thinking about getting somebody on a song or something, and it's like, they may have said no, or they may not have been down. This actually, I'm not gonna name any names, but this actually happened a couple weeks ago. I sent my song to somebody, and they were like, I'm not really digging it, but keep working. And then I literally that day, I'm like writing the
kept working.
hardest verse of my life. And then I went and like recorded it, and then I sent it to him again. I was like, hey man, I hate to bug you, but what about this one? And he was like, yeah, I got you a verse.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Hey.
But we'll see if it happens. Like, I still haven't got the verse yet. Still haven't got the verse. No, just kidding.
Oh, yeah.
Still haven't got it yet. But
It don't matter. Still gonna be fire. Shit.
yeah.
Go ahead,
And actually the hook in that song, I'm talking about like keep that same energy when I get on. Like that's like in the hook. Keep that same energy when I get on. I kill the beat, I kill the flow, I let these motherfuckers live on. The same old me when I get on. You can keep those opinions. You can keep those opinions. Yeah, these motherfuckers been wrong. Something like that. So.
Has that dropped yet? No, right?
Nah.
Ooh, sneak peek. Another sneak peek.
Um,
Damn. Shoot.
Shit.
I really like how you said
I almost rapped the whole verse.
Oh shit.
No, but like, I do think that holds a lot of truth, because what I wanted to add to what you said, because even when people say no, I think it's also a good idea to be the bigger person and say yes. Like, I will work harder to maybe one day make you say yes, but at the same time, be like, don't hold a grudge on that person and be willing to work with them even if they like has said no.
Yeah.
Unless they were a big jerk about it.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yo, that shit was trash. Never send me anything ever again.
Okay.
I still will. I'm gonna make something better and I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna be like, oh, too bad.
Yeah.
Drake
Just
already
teasing.
got on that second verse.
Damn.
You were too late.
Damn.
I'm a competitive dude.
Yeah.
Like I want to like rap well and like make good music and do cool stuff. Like, so that's cool, man. Let me know when I'm not on your level, or if you feel like I'm not, because then I'm gonna go work on it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Shoot.
I can't feel myself all the time. I gotta have somebody put me down. So be like, hold on.
Yeah, to bring it up.
Yeah.
Of course. Bro, who's? Well, I always ask this question, but who's your favorite North Carolina artist, other than? Well, I was about to say yourself, but I mean that was a joke. Who's your favorite North Carolina artist, or rapper or singer, whatever you want to call it?
Yeah. The whole yourself thing is funny, but I do like what I do, and like I'm making my music, so I'm like listening to the beats all the time, and I've somewhat become like you gotta feel yourself sometimes. Like I'll actually go back and listen to songs of mine, like especially this last album, No Excuses. It's like there's been times where I felt down and I would play one of my songs like They Don't Want Us to Win or Be Alright, and I'd be like, damn, like, oh, cool, like I feel good, like so I'm one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And that's nothing is wrong.
No, nothing's wrong with that.
Yeah, nothing's wrong with that. I would say, shit, who's popping off right now? That I like G. Hamazawa.
Oh,
Yeah, I love what he does.
Man as well.
Like he was always on like the poet. He was doing poetry, but then like he started getting these hard beats, and when he put that together, it was like, oh, this is cool.
And we will have him on the podcast. Allow it.
Is he one of the dudes that said no? No, I'm just kidding. G. Hamazawa. Damn, who's doing their thing right now? I love 3 a.m.
Dude, yeah, man, that guy's.
And,
I was at Imani Presley's. You know her?
Yeah.
I was at her Halloween party this past. I think it was on.
She's super
Saturday.
talented too.
Yeah, dude, she's mad dope, and yeah, all of them were there, like Juice Lord and Sam Harmonics.
I like Juice a lot. 3 a.m. I've known him for years just through the scene.
Oh really?
Yeah, his rap name used to be Nick News, and then he turned to 3 a.m. He fucking like went Super Saiyan on us. He turned to 3 a.m. and he's always been very talented, but he's at the end of the day he's a really good dude too. So you want to see people like that win.
He's real cool.
So yeah, I would say that that's part of my like top favorites. Like G. Hamazawa with 3 a.m. I like Juice Lord. He's a really good dude too. Like I love his live performance. It's just like
He's hilarious.
like he gets up there and gets like into this like he seems so like mad on stage and like but I've never been that mad in my life. But I'm just like, man, this is awesome. Like this is you as an artist, like super talented, like killing it.
I'm telling you, man, you gotta come to the next show because
Yo,
he hasn't been to
I
one
need
with
to,
me yet.
I need
He
to.
hasn't been to
yeah,
one with me
super
yet.
dope. Who else was out there? My friend Ruben that does all my artwork is the best rapper around here, but like,
Oh, really? I think I saw some snippets of him posting.
I'm trying to get him on my album. He's actually the person I emailed that turned. No, I'm just kidding. No, he's just like he's
still like in the same room.
Yo.
Yeah, you check your email recently?
Man.
Yeah, I just checked it. Did you check yours?
Yeah.
Damn, I'm gonna go in the other room, write another verse real quick. But like I actually do want to get on my album. He's like a super talented rapper, like amazing rapper, and he's one of my favorites. Just like he'll send me voice memos and stuff. I'm like, what? What? Like, yo, what's up with like drop
That's
this?
crazy, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. Like I like a lot of the artists out here. Like it's hard to think of everybody on the spot, and I don't want to leave anybody out.
Yeah. No, man.
You know, so
there's a lot of those people, and it's hard to show love to everybody just because, like you said, there's so many of them.
Yeah. One question that I had that just kind of popped into my head. You know, a lot of people, what they promote is consistency.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is the best balance between being consistent but still providing quality content for your fans or for the public?
Mm-hmm.
Did you understand that question?
Yeah. Like you don't want to like.
I did.
Right.
All right.
Anyway, Hector. Yeah.
Let's turn the camera this way.
Yeah.
Now, so it's one of those things where it's like, I'll break it down for you real quick, Hector. I'll break it down for you. So you have to be consistent with them. I'll give you an example. Logic has just put like technically three albums out in a year and a half.
Damn.
With-
no sleep.
Yes. So it's all about consistency. Like you gotta still be out there like putting out music.
Yeah.
And have like people paying attention to you. Cause sometimes it's hard to go away these days because then you gotta bring it all back.
Mm-hmm.
So the problem is people are like making music all the time and then they're making music that's not as good as the music they just put out. It's just not as consistent. Like they're dropping consistent, but the music isn't consistently of quality.
Yeah, there you go.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now that I explained it to him, going back to you real quick.
The answer.
So what was the question?
How do you stay consistent?
How do you stay consistent?
How do you find a balance, or what's the best balance?
What's the balance?
Yeah.
For me right now, I'm like in a zone, and it's weird. Like the way I put out stuff to keep people entertained that follow what I do is like freestyles, which I've been busy, so I haven't been able to do them as much. I've been doing so many shows, so I'm about to get my freestyle bag again. I sent y'all a beat today in the DM.
Oh, yeah.
That's because I just literally got done freestyling that beat and I sent it to Linus. So yeah, it's just like that's my way of doing it, like dropping a freestyle, which is like what, a minute on Instagram. That's how long I do my freestyles. What's a minute of bars? Like
Straight bars.
but like I'm writing like every week, you know what I'm saying? So I'll put some stuff out there, and that verse may not ever make it on like an album, and it might.
Yeah.
You know, so
That's how it is.
Yeah.
I would love to drop more music more often. It's just been like a schedule thing recently, just as far as like I've had so many shows over the past couple months, and I've been making a lot of music, but it's all about finding the time to like gear up and drop it and like keep it moving.
Because there's always small phases in artists or rappers' careers where they have to stop and just perform that music, you know, like maybe go on a tour or, you know, not release music for that amount of time. But then, of course, always come back eventually, yes.
Yeah.
But, you know, do what you gotta do, you know.
Yeah, I actually, I made music this time last year for my next album. Like, I was already done with No Excuses, and I was like gearing up for the next one. So I had so much music before my album even dropped that this is potential for the next album. So while my album was out, I started doing shows, like promoting it, I came up with the idea for my next one, and I already had a bunch of songs in the vault that kind of fit that, like where the album's,
theme.
that theme, like that world of like where that album will exist, and so yeah, it's just like you just keep creating, like it's, you know, for people that love creating and like love making music or whatever you do, like if you genuinely love it and you do it, it's gonna come out and it's gonna be all right. It's gonna work well. And that sets you apart from the people that are just like doing it to look cool, or like your music will consistently be good and get better, while the others, you know, they might fall off the map. Yeah, and like I said earlier, you're riding by them, they on the side of the street because their album was out. Totally kidding. I would never want that.
No, with all the music and stuff, like all this stuff just coming at you and everything, like shows and always being pressed about, you know, what's up next. Like, what is one thing that you do to actually wind down and like take a step back and be like, I think I might need a break today or something. Like basically, you know, just something to wind down mental.
Go clubbing? No, just kidding.
Nah. I might go out every once in a while, but you know, I'm not going crazy. You won't catch me in the VIP with bottles or anything. I'm low key. Reading, I do like reading books a lot, man. Awesome. It's something about reading I never thought, because I used to be like, growing up, it was like when the Harry Potter books were popping, like I did not like reading them. Like I remember I got it and I read the first page, I was like, yo, that's boring. I'm gonna play Pokemon. Straight up.
Or the comics.
Yeah.
Or the anime comics.
Yeah, but now it's like I really like reading, man, but what I read is like geared towards what I'm doing with my life. Like I'm reading I forgot what it's called right now, but I think it's called Contagious, like how things become, like it's a marketing book basically, like how things become popular, like how did Coca-Cola become Coca-Cola. And that works with what I'm doing, like how can I market myself with all these artists? So I love reading, man. It's a way to wind down, but also like enjoy like learning at the same time. I have like a couple like weeks of the year where I like low key get into video games. So like playing Mario Kart with the homies is always fun, dude.
No Fortnite?
Nah, man, I didn't get into the Fortnite wave, but Linus was playing this game the other day at our place, and it's called Just Cause.
Oh, yeah.
I've been playing Just Cause 3.
I was thinking Left 4 Dead. Yeah,
and that game is just like, you're like trying to liberate these towns that are like taken over by a dictator, and it's just fun, man, because you're basically like unstoppable. And my favorite thing to do is like to get in the fighter jets and just fly over the territories and just drop bombs and watch the screen. And hold on, and watch the screen just say like, you just destroyed a fuel tank. You just did this. I wasn't even aiming for anything. I'm just flying and dropping bombs. So it's like, it's just a good way to pass the time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like
I like that.
I'm big on Smash Brothers. You play a little bit of Smash Brothers?
Yes.
Man.
I love Melee.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The GameCube one. It's tight. I like all the like characters that they added towards the old.
The new one's gonna be
versions,
crazy.
But, like,
they're about to have one on the Switch, dude. Where you been? Where's he been?
I mean, like, I don't really keep track of them though.
Nah, it's hard to keep track. But yeah, they're gonna have one on the Switch, so
man,
that's coming up. They have every character ever from any of the Smash Bros. And new characters.
Wow.
I've always was a Smash Bros. Dude, Mario Kart.
Yeah.
I do like. Oh, and also another thing to like kind of wind down, even though it's not really wind. I like going running.
Yeah,
that's
like,
literally
that's good.
all three of us do that.
It's fun. I low key be catching Pokemon on Pokemon Go while I do it.
Oh, that's wild.
Like that shit is just, you go out there, throw on the headphones, just run.
Yeah, literally. That's literally what we do as well.
Get the weight room a little bit.
Yeah. Hey man, you know what I'm saying?
There's actually a weight room on the other side over here.
Yo, we about to go in after this, bro. You trying to go lift some weights?
Yeah, right.
They got a sauna here too, dude.
I wish.
Dude, they got a sauna in my apartment complex.
Oof.
And it's just,
dude.
you go in there and it's like.
The YMCA, I go to the YMCA because I work there. And I'm always in the sauna room, and after the workout, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, dude, it's
so
cool,
good.
man. I love them.
I know now. I know why old people love it. You know, like they're always in
Yeah.
there.
Yo, it's crazy though, because the sauna in my apartment, I've never been in when anybody's ever been in there.
So you're just in there by
I'm
yourself.
always there alone.
It's relaxing, and it's actually good for your skin.
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
it's weird because there's so many like benefits to it, but they can't fully like they can't fully figure it out. There's so many different benefits.
Really?
Yeah, and saunas have been around for like ever.
Yeah, literally ages. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like they really can't like. Some people have said it's helped with like heart disease, like just so many different things. You're technically putting your body into like a shock where it's like your body starts releasing these like, I think they're called heat shock proteins, where it's like it's adjusting to like your body is thinking like, oh shit, we really out here, it's 160 degrees, we gotta live. So it starts going to like low-key freak out mode, and it benefits you in the long run to help you survive.
Yeah.
I did not know
So
that.
it's so weird.
Science.
Science class with Nance.
Yo, and they do it. It happens too with there's like what are they called? Like cryo chambers or something. I can't remember what they're called, but basically it's the opposite of sauna. You go in, and it's fucking freezing.
Heck no. Count me out.
It is super cold.
Oh my god.
Your body does the same thing. It releases these
The same process?
a different kind of like protein. I'm butchering the explanation.
No, yeah, but yeah,
of
I
this.
get
I'm
it.
not a
Yeah,
scientist,
yeah.
dude. I'm not a scientist.
Where's the PhD?
But like, it's like it's crazy, man.
Yeah, yeah.
weird.
All right. Yeah, man. But I guess now to just kind of start wrapping up a little
ease
bit,
into
I guess.
it.
Bro, what? I thought we were going for 3 hours. No, it's
No, I wish.
how long have we been going?
Probably like an
I can
hour.
tell you. Guess. Make a guess. Make a guess.
Oh shit.
Make a guess.
Like an hour and 2 minutes.
He just saw the time.
No, I didn't. That's a man, I saw him.
Nah, we've been going 55 minutes.
55 minutes. Let's see. My guess is
It's been an hour 30. Watch.
an hour 7. An hour and 7. Literally an hour and 2 minutes.
Yo, what? You saw it, dude. You saw
No,
it.
I didn't.
Yo.
I saw when he checked it and it said 55.
Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha.
He's cheating.
No, I didn't see
Bruh.
it.
Dude, real quick, dude. I've been doing this thing. I figured out this rare, weird talent that I have.
Okay.
It's
that was actually a question I was thinking
Yeah,
of too before
yeah.
you got here. I was gonna ask him like, what is it?
so I can guess when a song came out, like the year it came out.
Okay.
The only thing is, there's a rule that I'm allowed to be off by a year,
Got you.
Okay.
up or down. So I'm like, I can technically guess.
You have to know the artist though. I'm guessing, or it doesn't matter.
You could just play the song. I don't get it right all the time, but we were just in Philly and like, cause I was doing it with like popular songs within my lifetime. And then we got in an Uber and this dude was playing some like older music and Ruben was like, I bet you can't guess. And I was like, man, this song came out in 1974
God.
and I got it right.
What?
Shoot.
I
Yo,
swear.
can I test it? Can I test you?
All right,
okay,
man, let's
okay,
try.
this is a movie, but it's also an
It's gotta be in
album
my
that came
lifetime.
out. Okay. I don't know about that, but Straight Outta Compton.
What, the movie that just came out?
No, the album.
Okay, 91?
I have no idea.
Why would you ask it? Not know?
I mean, I was gonna look it up. That's the thing. I was gonna
Look
look
it
it
up.
up.
Right now, well, my phone's recording.
Do you have your phone on you, by any chance?
Yeah, we go making Nance work, guys.
Yeah.
Let's see, it's on Apple Music, right?
No idea.
The song Straight Outta Compton?
Everybody watching this is probably like screaming at their screen or
Oh,
something.
there we go.
88?
88. What did you say?
It's in 91.
Oh, dang.
you were up by-
dang. I mean, that's kind of old. It's just like way out of your lifetime, so I'm not surprised. I'm
mean-
not surprised.
It's a few years, but all right,
Yeah.
let's go again.
All right, you give him one. You give him one. So, 2000s or
Anything.
okay.
It's better like 90s and 2000s.
Gotcha.
I don't know. I can't think of. I don't really listen to like the old music, honestly.
Or just give him
You got
some.
another one?
Or just give him an early 2001s. 2001. Dude, God.
You listen to Saba, right?
Dang, bro.
Saba?
2020 is almost here.
I've heard his music through Ruben actually does
Yeah.
his artwork.
Yeah, no.
So I've
seen a lot
I've
of
heard
his-
that
I'm a big
album.
fan of his stuff.
Yeah, he's really dope.
He's really dope.
Yeah.
Dope. Him and like the other two, like a No Name and Smino.
Yeah.
Um,
No Name's gonna be here.
yeah,
Cat's
at the
Cradle?
Cat's Cradle. I want to go up to that show when it happens. But other than that, what was it, the name of the album? Bucket List. Have you heard it?
What's that? That's Saba?
Yeah.
I don't know when it came out, dude. This has to be popular like music. This has to be
Okay.
like, for example, like
Okay. Well, I don't know the answer to this, but I'll still give it to you. Shit, I'm trying to think of a early J. Cole album. No, but I'm still trying to get it. Kind of make it hard though. Kind of make it kind of challenging, but still popular. Now I'm thinking of Lil Wayne. Dang. Okay. You got any, Hector, that came out in the 2000s but before 2010?
Oh man.
Dang, I'm bad at album.
I'm like, my
names.
mind's
all right,
blank.
man.
There's something
we
I'm
can
not
figure
bad
this
at.
out. We'll
Yeah.
come back for a second
Yeah.
episode. We could like you
Yeah,
guys got a list.
yeah, like we're both just drawn up.
Yeah. I said I'm bad at album names, but
It's songs like singles. I'm best at
Oh,
singles.
okay.
okay.
So
That's
if you
where
said-
I fucked up. I said
If
a
you
whole
said
album.
like what year did Drop It Like It's Hot come out, I could tell you because it's usually popular songs because I remember where I was at.
Yeah.
You associate.
I
okay.
really like picture, oh, this is where I was at when I heard that song, or this is like that time of my life.
That's
I
interesting.
don't know how you do that. My
That's
memory's
interesting.
terrible.
Really? You guys can't? Like, I would hear a song and be like, oh, that's definitely 2004.
Wow.
Yeah, like,
Shoot.
No.
I was 4
I just remember how it made me feel. I don't really remember like.
Yeah, no.
What
I was 4 years.
You know?
I wouldn't be able to remember that.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
2004? Yeah, I know. No way. But yeah, to kind of like wrap it up, what we do is we like the guest or the pioneer, as we like to call it, to leave the audience or the pioneer audience to, leave them with something like a question or a thought, anything you want.
A
What do you
question
want?
or a thought?
Yeah.
Well, before that, you gotta leave your social.
Oh, yeah. Come on now, man.
Where can the people find Nance?
Nance on Instagram, NANCE, Twitter, Nance Raps, any streaming platform, just look up Nance.
There you go.
By the way, on Spotify, fun fact, it's Nance, all caps. Yeah.
It's Nance all caps on everything technically.
Oh, okay.
That's how we spell it.
Gotcha.
But
Right.
but my Instagram handle you can't go all caps with it, so yeah, it is lowercase.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Spotify, Apple Music, all caps.
All caps. Gotcha.
No cap. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, and the question thing, or it was a question or a statement.
Question or thought statement. Yeah.
Anything that's just been going through your mind.
Anything you want.
I'll let people know.
What have other people said before?
Some stuff have been pretty deep. Some stuff
Yeah,
have
some
been pretty
stuff were
simple.
pretty simple.
Like I think one of them was like your favorite cereal. I think. I might
Yeah,
be
that was
wrong.
Waco.
Yeah, it was
He
Waco.
said, what was your favorite cereal? I think something like
What's
that.
your favorite cereal? Yeah, what is your favorite
We had,
cereal?
Floyd, well, he goes by Floyd 2 times on Instagram. But he
Okay, yeah,
goes
it sounds
Floyd.
familiar.
He said, like, would you rather trust what a blind man heard or what a deaf man saw? Something
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that.
Yo, what? Y'all are deep on a whole other level.
Yeah.
But we had some people just ask questions about, like, their work. Like, what do you think of this and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just
Damn, I am
something.
blanking right now. What year did Backstreet Boys drop their first album?
Without researching.
Oh my
Make a guess.
No
Make a
research.
guess.
That's and then yeah, when did Britney Spears drop Oops, I Did It Again? What year was that?
Those two.
Yeah, those two.
Because I can tell you
Man, I remember.
Take a
off
guess.
the top right now. I can let you know.
Backstreet Boys, dude. I remember my parents playing that stuff.
Dang, really?
Yeah, we had a karaoke machine in the house and everything.
His parents weren't just playing. My man was acting like he had a concert.
Yeah, no, yeah, for real. They had mics and everything.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys, I want to thank you guys again for joining us with the conversation with the one and only Nance. Yo, this
Appreciate
man
you.
is a legend.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you.
But yeah, guys.
You guys leave us the answer for that question and Nance's IG. Let us
Do
know
it.
what we want to know.
I'm Louise,
And I'm Hector.
and today, no, we messed up. Be part of it. Be part
All
of
right.
it. I'm Louise.
I'm Hector.
I'm Nance.
And this is the Bull City Pioneers.
Cut.
That's a wrap.